Activision devs do not play their own game. He uploads a 3-second YouTube video. Funnily. I don't know. Didn't ask.
I laughed. It didn't.
Start this up. He shows you an old lawnmower that you have to crank start.
Those are hard to start up, man.
Crank start that sucker.
You ever seen one of those manual lawnmowers? You ever use one of those? Just blades, you just push it.
I've never touched a lawnmower.
It's a metal lawnmower.
So, no.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Did your family have, did you guys have gardeners growing up?
Yes.
Yeah, your dad's a real lazy sack of shit, huh? Wow.
Well,
that's super white. Wow.
He worked lots of hours, and so did my mom. Yeah. They were never home.
Didn't ask.
Yeah, but yeah, having gardeners, by the way, I'm gonna defend my parents here, makes a lot of sense for a lot of people. Like, we had a big ass yard.
They're also not that expensive.
And they're not that expensive. And he worked like 50 hours a week. Especially if you account for commuting time. And he made pretty good money. So it's like, I can spend my Saturday doing what I want or fucking lawn mowing. Like, yeah, that's just an obvious decision to make. I don't know how much having gardeners would cost, though. I was never in charge of it, obviously. I wasn't the head of the household when I was 10. So
it's like here for like the average. Well, here's the thing. Here's the thing that pisses me off. I'm gonna lay it on you, bud.
You're fucking
Let's
pissed,
stop calling them gardeners. They mow the lawn, blow shit everywhere, and leave. They're lazy. They're not skilled. They don't tend to your garden whatsoever. Stop calling them gardeners. They fucking mow the lawns.
Interesting.
I don't get it, man. Does a true gardener exist anymore? Maybe it's just here.
Well, how many people have an actual garden is the thing. You're right, though.
You're thinking of it as like I mean like a literal whole acre vegetable garden in their backyard. I just mean flowers, plants. They don't do any of that shit.
Yeah,
they mow your lawn and they leave. Yeah. Everybody has plants in their yard. Every single person has plants. And if you have grass, you also have plants somewhere. They don't do it. They don't do anything. They mow lawns and they leave. They're shit.
Well,
so fuck gardeners, fuck mowers.
Okay. Anyway, we're live. Welcome to the Dropshot, a podcast, episode number 526. You already know who we are. We are back. We missed Saturday because Tanner was once again in Zion National Park. He's a lover of that place.
Okay.
And he was, I know what he was doing there too. Wedding, moving. I think he was in Zion helping move out of his grandparents' cabin or something, right? In Big Bear?
Nope.
Whatever. I don't know. Whatever. He was somewhere. He was busy. Anyway, didn't matter because there hasn't been much ado about COD. However, this week we actually do have a couple of things to chat about, as the British would say, British, that we're going to get into. So before that, basically BO7 shit. That's what we got. I don't think we had gotten that by Saturday, but we have it now. So we will have a normal schedule this week. We have a couple more announcements, so stick around for the end of the show for those. But for now, let's fucking swim deeply in the waters of these patch notes. They're treacherous. They're not. I don't know. COD Warzone patch fucking notes, season 4. Nothing's really happened with the patches. In fact,
we got a patch.
I looked at this. Hold on. Am I going fucking crazy?
Is it doing the link thing again?
No, I saw one that was on like.
It's probably.
Okay. Wasn't
there a small patch like yesterday or something?
I pressed the button I've never seen. Okay, we're back, I think. All right. I thought there was, and I swear to God, that I went into the patch notes and I saw it, and it said like June fucking 6th or some shit. I swear to God there was a patch June 6th and it's gone now.
Oh, there's a patch just now as well.
Dude?
Here, let me just link. I'll just put this one in the notes.
I'm
Here.
freaking the fuck
Click that
out.
second leak.
Maybe I clicked on this on accident.
And the
Nope,
URL.
this absolutely wasn't it. Okay, you gave me something?
Just the second link, which looks exactly the same. The second link.
Okay.
Somehow it works. I don't know. It's got a June 12th.
Yeah, this is the multiplayer one. I thought there was a Warzone one. I don't know.
You're
I
right.
swear to God, I clicked on the Warzone one specifically.
Wait, multiplayer?
And there was a patch June 6th. And now it's gone. So nothing makes sense. And I don't know what's going on ever. So, okay. Anyway. And that tracks because there was a June 6th multiplayer one. I swear to God, there was a Warzone one and they deleted it this morning. In the time I wrote these notes and now they deleted it. So I don't know.
A June 6th Warzone one?
Yes.
It's literally the link you posted. For me, that loads Friday, June 6th.
That's crazy because it doesn't.
Exit out of all of it. Go back to the notes. Let's give it a go again.
Okay, hold on.
Because I just exited out of everything.
I mean, that's what they're saying, right?
And it's June 6th.
Okay, so look at my computer. I swear to God, I just clicked the link. You can check the URL. Okay. The first thing is Monday, June 2nd. I swear to God. I knew it. What's happening? Huh. So you see June 6th.
I'm seeing June 6th, man. Friday, June 6th.
Okay, yeah. I don't get it.
And this is Warzone. This is Warzone Season 4 patch notes.
I'm on the URL, dude. How does this happen?
We click on the same URL and it loads a different link.
And it loads two different... Yeah, nothing makes sense. Yeah. The gaslighting is sensational. I mean, get these guys in the CIA. Anyway, anything interesting there since I can't fucking see them or find it?
Let's see. Gunsmith damage of the rapid fire mod attachments and properly adjusted to match the damage of the AK-74 assault rifle. Okay.
Waffling, yeah.
Improved stability of the gunsmith menus. Doubt it. I mean, nothing. The World Series of Warzone playlist is live. Buy station fiction issues that required players to look directly at the buy station and interact with it. The buy station will no longer be interchangeable while facing 180 degrees. Interactable while facing 180 degrees the opposite direction.
Okay. Yeah, so I don't know how that's possible. Someone who works on the internet needs to explain that to me. How I can click the same link as someone else and we get two different web pages. I can't. I must have shit cached. I'm not. But then also, I saw the same thing he saw this morning. Mm-hmm. So what? How did it get uncached and then unloaded? I don't get it. So whatever. Anyway, nothing pisses me off more than Call of Duty, dude. Just everything about them. Anyway, whatever. Yeah, so it wasn't super interesting from what I remember either. I did see the World Series of Warzone playlist thing going on. And that was about it. So anyway. And then, yeah, that's pretty much it. So yeah, not too many patches, although that's kind of to be expected. We are in the sunsetting phase of this game, which is... which is what I've always been saying. That's what I always say.
It hit me like 3 days ago. I was sitting there and all of a sudden my mind began to think about Call of Duty and I was like, oh my God, we're on season 4. Forgot there was a new season.
Yep.
Forgot a new season just came out.
Yeah.
Didn't even know. That's crazy, man.
Yeah, it's because we're in the sunsetting phase, right? Because there are usually 6 seasons. We are in the latter half. And seems like enthusiasm's kind of already dwindling. For a lot of reasons. We've gone into them. But another change we got was to the playlists. We got a playlist update.
Did we?
And as you guys will recall, a lot of people, at least on Twitter, so this is probably just no one actually, but a lot of people on Twitter, Russian bots, I guess, we're saying, hey, where the motherfuck is BR solos? I only play that, and now there isn't BR solos for this next week or two. It's only BR casual solos. There's no normal ass BR solos. So luckily, they have since done a playlist update, and oopsie doopsie, whoopsie. There is still no BR regular ass solos. There is BR casual solos and quads. There's no BR normal solos. Which is pretty fucking funny that they do a playlist update and don't change it. JGod tweeted about this and it with just emoticons, and I did a laugh along with it. I will pull that up now. Yes, that's how I actually saw this. He says how in a quote tweet of the playlist update for this week.
Sideways laughing emojis, yeah.
With the crying laughing emojis from a Raven tweet. I was tweeted yesterday. Here's your fucking Warzone playlist update for the week. BR duos and quads. So there's no regular trios. There's no regular solos. There's BR casual solos and quads. And then if you want to play trios specifically, you got to play Resurgence or Ranked play.
There's a comment on that tweet. They don't care anymore. Blackout 2 is going to replace this game. I believe they're letting Warzone die so everyone migrates to Blackout 2.
Yeah.
That's a tweet.
There have been a lot of conspiracy theories about all of this. Yeah. And like a lot of people in this JGod tweet are mad. Playlist update. It's the exact same. Yeah, that's a crazy conspiracy theory. J Smooth with a meme picture. But obviously, and I believe we already said this, most people want BR solos instead, casuals solos instead of like normal BR solos. Probably. Activision does love to fuck up and do things they shouldn't. But as we've learned, and I've stressed every episode for the last couple weeks now, we know nothing about what the average player wants actually. So if Activision makes a decision, like not putting regular solos back in, that seems to fly in the face of everything I understand, or we understand about what the player base wants, we are the problem. We are the ones not understanding something, and there's probably a reason for it actually. And it's because the player base is an alien mind I can't comprehend who really wants BR solos. Yeah. Casuals, which is particularly insane to me because the one merit of playing BR casual that I could see, because we did a Patreon episode where we talked more about that, and I was like, I just don't understand why people do this. The only counter argument to that was like, well, I like to play BR casuals because it's the only way my grandma will play with me or whoever. Like, otherwise we're not going to play a game together. So it's like, I either don't play anything at all, or I get to hang out with my friends in Discord and play BR casual, because I'm not going to go play fucking trios and get shit slammed by Brolic, which is fair. Like, okay, yeah, if you want to like play with your friends and they're not willing to play a better game with you, fine. I get it. Okay, sure. But if you're playing BR casual solos, well, that counter argument's out of the bag now. So I have to ask, why is anyone playing this mode? Not because there's anything wrong with you or it, but rather, if you're going to play an FPS game alone, go play a fun one. There are way better FPS games if you want to play against AI by yourself. There are probably hundreds of them that are going to be more fun than BR casual solos. So I don't understand it, but that doesn't matter because a lot of people want it. That's why they're doing this. And I hope that helps. So if you're confused or malding about this, yeah, you're out of touch. You are out of touch with what the average player wants. In Activision, it turns out this whole time has had their finger on the pulse, besides Warzone 2, in a way that we just woefully underestimated. Yeah, that's the reality. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Good stuff. So,
Black Ops 7.
Block 7 is what we're being told, yeah. So, let's move on from that. So, yeah, no, I mean, not much happening in the current game, but again, we are sunsetting. We're in the decline of Warzone. this year, this season, and probably the franchise as a whole. And there is a conspiracy theory going around that I actually do want to talk about. I don't know if we linked it. It's another Reeve tweet, so I'll put it here. The other Reeve tweet. Okay. Because I think it does have some merit. But anyway, for now, BO fucking 7. An announcement. This was posted 4 days ago. Black Ops 7 is confirmed. Here's the art for it. I don't know who this guy is. Is it just some guy, or is this supposed to be like a character? Because I don't recognize him at all. Tanner would know, but he's going to choose to leave us in suspense. Riveting suspense.
Yeah,
which is fine.
I know who it is. Yeah, I'm not going to tell you, though.
Okay, welcome to 2035.
That's
Prepare for the most...
Adler.
That's what I said. Idiot. Mind-bending Black Ops ever. Okay, so by the way, it doesn't come out in 2035 in real life. It takes place in 2035. Comes out this year. Stupid fuck, listener. This also is in line with those wall running leaks we got. Because part of the wall running leaks we got were like, hey, the next COD is set in the near future and there will be wall running. So we were like, okay, this seems plausible. Maybe, but we'll see. Well, now 1/2 of that leak is confirmed officially. Near future. Does that make wall running more likely? Kind of, to me, honestly. It gives that particular leak we covered some more credibility. Not confirmed yet or anything, but I wouldn't be that surprised. But anyway, we got a blog post. Embrace the madness. BO7 has been confirmed. Okay. Passive voice pussy.
I'm going to embrace that madness.
Embrace it, man. Get Nixie with the madness. That's what I always say.
What was last year's thing?
Get involved with the madness.
What was last year?
The truth lies.
Truth lies. Horrific stuff. Really horrific stuff. Can you believe there's some like marketing girl out there getting paid like $150,000 a year to come up with the truth lies and embrace the madness? That's her one job, is to come up with that line.
You think so,
Yeah.
And you think it's a woman? Interesting. Very interesting stuff.
Of course.
That's a Rorschach. Did you just fart out of your butt?
No.
Oh, I thought I heard you fart out of your butt.
No.
Okay, he farted out of his butt. He's embarrassed.
Okay.
In Call of Duty Blop 7, Treyarch and Raven are bringing players the most mind-bending Black Ops Blops, ever.
Dude,
so this is Treyarch plus Raven, by the way.
Raven just did single player.
Really?
Just like the current game. Yes.
Huh. Well, that's the worst case scenario. Because what's interesting about that...
What did I say? Treyarch or Raven?
You said Raven did the single player.
Yes. Yeah. Raven's doing the single player.
Okay. So yeah, what I find super interesting about that is the exact worst case scenario I can imagine if you're going to have these two teams working on a game. Because what it should be is Treyarch works on the single player. Raven works on anything where you need an online connection against other things. That's what I would want. Is that the best? Probably not. I don't know who's decent at Activision anymore, but what I do know is I don't want Treyarch in charge of... Yeah, right, actually. I don't want Treyarch in charge of multiplayer, or more particularly Warzone, or whatever BR we're going to get, which may or may not be Warzone. I don't know. Anyway, whatever. They're bringing us the most mind-bending Black Ops fucking ever. Okay. This is the first ever consecutive release within the series. Oh, the Black Ops series. Yeah, okay. Set more than 40 years after the events of Blops 6. The year's 2035. The world's on the brink of chaos. Blah, blah, blah. Lots of shit. Wielding cutting-edge technology. Some guys do stuff. Okay, Matt Cox. Unfortunate name.
Okay.
The GM of COD talks more about the planning behind BO7's
Is that a new GM? I've never heard that guy's name.
Of content.
And he's the GM of COD.
I would remember the name Matt Cox. So
yeah, I would too.
So I would venture to say he's fairly new.
Matthew Cox.
That's a Matt Cox. It's a Matt Fat Cox. wonder if his middle name is Fat. Matt Fat Cox. Matt Heavy Cox.
There he is, Matthew
Matt
Cox.
Girthy Cox.
Yeah, that's Matt Cox.
How's that LinkedIn looking, man?
I'm seeing it. He's a white guy who's smiling. I mean, yeah, that's about it. So cool.
Anyway, he says a bunch of bullshit. Words are big, scary, and intimidating. This is interesting, though. Prepare to squad up with friends or play solo in a thrilling and innovative co-op campaign. And they capitalize co-op for no reason. And campaign. Harness near-future weaponry in a signature multiplayer experience with packed with brand new maps. So new maps, and descend into the next twisted chapter.
New maps, nice.
Of round-based zombies in the heart of the dark fucking aether. So that's actually a lot of meat in that paragraph. So first of all, another leak confirmed. We are getting co-op campaign. Dope. Big fan of this. This is one way to make the campaign much more compelling and fun and interesting. Is it going to be early access campaign? Is another great question that I do not have the answer to. It really should be. Otherwise, many people will not play it. But if it is early access and co-op, that would go bonkers, as we've talked about. Near future weaponry, that I don't think means too much, honestly. There's
guns that fire bullets, probably, if I had to guess. Maybe lasers,
exactly.
Yeah.
And not lasers, I don't think, is what I mean. Yeah. What I suspect this actually means, gameplay-wise, it's going to be more like, rather than fucking shooting lasers, although maybe it'll do that, it's going to be weird attachments. So like weird optics or lasers or whatever. Like, for example, I don't think they'll do this specifically, but way back in the day, they had a heartbeat sensor on your gun. That was like a gun attachment, right?
Sure did.
So shit like that, although probably not that exactly, is likely what near future weaponry means for multiplayer and by extension Warzone or Blackout or whatever. So that is potentially fine, in my opinion. And then brand new maps. So probably many of you are excited about this. And I'm not. I don't want new maps anymore. The best multiplayer experience in recent memory we have ever had, ever doesn't make sense. The best multiplayer experience we've had in recent memory, since we started this podcast easily, was, in fact, Modern Warfare 3, which had no brand new maps fucking at all. They did a bunch of remasters. That was a really well-polished, fun, good game.
Yeah.
Probably not a coincidence, because they had to spend way less dev time on map design, and they just had to like remaster some things, crank the FOV slider up, put in a high-res texture or two, and you're done. And then you can like work on making the game function, and which it largely did, which was really cool. So now we're getting brand new maps, and it's from Treyarch and Raven. Have they had 3 years to work on this game? Or have they not had 3 years to work on this game? Or have they had less than a year to work on this game? When did they find the time, he wonders, rhetorically, to work on Black Ops 7? Oh, I remember the entirety of Season 1 and 2, when the game had nothing done to it at all. And now my dog is going to be strangled.
Is it? Yeah. I mean, the most exciting thing here, honestly, is the multiplayer co-op. But it just doesn't matter at all if they release it not early. Because playing co-op a week early, by the way, with friends, that'll be really fun.
That would be super fun.
I'm excited about.
If they do it, though, because they didn't do early access campaign.
I know. Yeah.
For Block 6.
I mean, maybe they should again. I don't know, because it would.
They definitely should.
Yeah,
I hope they
not
do.
Gonna play it if they don't. That'd be really fun. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'm with you on the maps though. Just yeah, I thought they were gonna remaster map. That's what leaks had been saying.
I was hoping so. Yeah.
Yeah, it probably would have been better. Because judging from this game, they have no clue how to make maps. So probably gonna go the same way next year, and somehow they'll probably be even worse.
Yeah, the maps were very not good on launch of BO6. Like BO6 multiplayer, I actually think was quite good by and large. But that was despite the maps. It was not because of them. There were like 2 good maps. And even those a lot of people didn't love. There was no instant classic map at all. Like most COD games, even if they have shit maps, there's usually at least one where you're like, this map fucks. This is a good map. But we just did not get any of those. Like even MW 19 had I actually don't think it had shoot house right away, did it? I don't think that was on launch.
I think it was season 1 probably.
Yeah, it was early. I don't think it was right away. But I mean, but that's not the benchmark you want to use anyway, right? Terrible game with terrible maps.
Yeah.
Really bad. Grozny Raid. Is that the map?
Mm-hmm.
That was just entirely too large. It was like 3 hectares.
Don't say is that the map. That's your most hated map of all time.
That is it, right?
What that map is.
Okay. Yeah. Well, luckily, that's what I said. So anyway, yeah, I mean, because historically, things have been changing in recent years. Fine. But historically, you know, for the first at least 10 years of like COD, or year whatever, 3 to 12, some shit like that, Treyarch would have 3 years to make a game. It would come out, and then the next year, iDub, who had been working for 3 years, would put out their game, and then Sledgehammer, who had been making their game for 3 years, puts out their game, and then it goes back to Treyarch, and wouldn't you know it, that was 3 years. Right. But now, we've just thrown that formula away, and now everyone works at the same time on everything instead. I think this is a bureaucratic nightmare, and I don't understand why they do it. But again, I don't know shit. So like maybe this is the best way and it's the future. Like, oh, instead of having one dev team have a lot of time to work on their own game, where they don't have to worry about integrations and coordinating with separate companies on developing shit, and like, hey, Ted, send over the fucking map file, cunt. CC it, like instead of doing all that bullshit, wasting a lot of time, being very inefficient, I would imagine they just had one studio, every employee's in-house, you're not working remotely, there's no justification for that before COVID, and you can get out a cat of nine tails and start whipping them to make sure they're doing their job, and you don't have to get approval from some separate fucking company or anything. Now we don't do that. Is it better? Maybe. I don't know anymore. Sounds insane. And like it wouldn't be better, but I don't know shit. Because BR players don't want a precision airstrike indicator, for example. So I don't know anything. But I would imagine this will not be the most well-polished multiplayer experience we've ever gotten, to be honest. Is it dead on arrival? Not yet.
Surely.
But not yet.
Yeah.
But I mean, we have Treyarch and Raven, who have been already working on the most recent launch, who are the devs for this game. That's a bad sign, I think. And brand new maps. So there's no like leeway to account for that. So like, okay. And we're getting round-based zombies on top of that. And a co-op campaign, which they've never done before. That's a lot of shit. And multiplayer. That's a lot of shit. That's a lot of shit for 2 dev studios to have 1 year or 2 to work on, in conjunction with working on Overlook. I don't know, man. I don't see it. I don't see the vision, but that's what's happening. So anyway, we'll see how it goes. Players have a lot to look forward to. Wink, wink. Later this year, when Blops 7 releases, Matthew Cox continues.
That's a Cox.
And he says more words. I just wanted to say his name again. Okay, so here's the official teaser release. We won't be watching it. there's a little picture here of what appears to be a...
It's not a video anyways. Oh, that video up top is.
Stupid fuck. A goat.
The thing you're looking at isn't stupid fuck.
I know that, obviously.
Okay.
A goat, a snake, and I think it's a lion.
It's something. Yeah.
I also think that's a goat. I'm not sure.
Dang, I was wrong. Tyler Ball. So we got Matt Cox and we have Tyler Ball, by the way. Head of
Cox
Activision marketing. So sorry,
Yep.
That's the guy making probably $250,000 a year actually to come up with that tagline, "Embrace the Madness." That's him.
Probably more money than that. I don't know. Oh, wait, the GM of COD?
No, Tyler Ball, the head of Activision Publishing Marketing. He's taking home a few.
He's taking home a few. Yeah, he's taking home a few. His kids aren't going to bed hungry.
Cox and Ball, yeah.
Cox and Ball. That's a Cox and Ball. The road to Blop 7's reveal starts today with the official teaser cinematic. Yeah. So they say a lot of big and intimidating words, and then they have a cinematic. And that's kind of it. It's scheduled for release on Xbox, PlayStation, and PC.
Oh, wow.
It will be on Steam. Nice. It'll be on Battle.net. It'll also be on Game Pass on day one, which some people are excited about, which actually I think is very cool for a lot of people, because you might not want to commit, $100 or whatever they're going to charge for this likely piece of shit game. But if you have a Game Pass, you can give it a try. Give it a little peek. No cost to you. See how you like it. And maybe it'll be good. And then there's also talk about it coming out on the Switch 2, which I own and you guys don't, by the way.
There's no Switch at all. There's no Switch. There's no talk at all about that. Hope that helps.
I saw a tweet from Charles Intelligence.
They said they're trying to do it in the future.
So that's talk.
I mean, it's like years down the line. It's certainly not for BO7, obviously. Stupid fuck. Yeah, they're a ways away, obviously.
It's also coming out. They just did an edit on the blog post. Day one for the Nintendo Switch 2.
Oh, yeah, there it is. There's the edit. Oh, yeah. You have a different link than me, so yeah.
Oh, yeah. No, actually, I have the exact same link as you, but we have different information because websites make sense when they're made by COD. Activision restart requires fucking, you get it. Update requires restart. BO7, that's what I was trying to say. I found it.
Yeah.
No other company on earth can I click on a link and two people have different things in real time and an update requires a restart. It's never happened before. It's unprecedented. So anyway, yeah, that's the announcement. Not super exciting. The teaser is 3 minutes long and it's cinematic. So there's a lot of, oh, I did watch this. Yeah. It's a guy, he walks in, some cyborg bitch tells him about, I don't know, stuff. And there's lots of butterflies. So butterflies are going to be the kind of symbol.
Oh, we got butterflies.
Of this game.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I guess that's supposed to symbolize lunacy or something. I don't know.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep.
I don't know.
Nice, man. Yes.
Ask a sociologist about that. So anyway, yeah, Blop 7 confirmed. No huge surprise we're getting a new game, but there you go. Let's see. So some of this we've already gone over.
Yeah. The first tweet we have.
Yep. Okay, I also want to pull up this because there's probably some more things. So this is from Dexerto. Everything we know about Blop 7. This is also released on the 8th, so there's actually probably not anything new in here. Yeah, there isn't.
Not a fucking
okay,
thing,
well,
yeah.
There's a section called Gameplay Leak, so let's go over this here. As a follow-up to Blops 2, COD 2025, so BO7, is reportedly set to feature iconic multiplayer maps from the original release. While we've seen Raid and Express return over the years, this could mark the first time several classics make their way back to the spotlight. So I wonder if they list any specifics.
So this is just a lie, considering they said in that blog post brand new maps.
Well, in addition, there's some remastered maps, is what they mean. Obviously.
Okay, because these leaks originally were like it's all remastered maps, like MW3, which they actually put in this article too. That's what they say. So I don't know. They're stupid fucks. That's what I'm getting.
I mean, yeah, it's Dexerto, so who knows? Anyway, but yeah, you're right. Another leak is that a Pick 10 create a class system could return. I would be surprised.
No, yeah, that's not happening, obviously.
I would be surprised. And they don't even link a source on this one. One early detail claimed COD's Pick 10 system
Yeah,
could
because they
return.
just lie, yeah.
Rather than, and then they explain what that is. Yeah, this is hitting a word limit for SEO. Yeah, this isn't like a real.
It's a terrible website. Yeah,
it's a bad website.
A fucking joke.
Yeah, like on the remastered maps thing, they link to Bob Network as a leaker for their justification for remastered Blops 2 maps possibly coming back, like remastered ones. And then the Pick 10 system, they just say there are rumblings. Okay. That's like what they do on these slippery news shows where they say they're interviewing some guy and they say like, some people have said you like to rape and murder 2-year-olds.
There are rumblings that you
there are rumblings that you like to set IEDs in your neighbors' homes and driveways.
Yeah. Base.
And then it's like, and you have to respond to like this. It's like, well, no, you're saying that actually. There isn't rumblings of this. You're saying this. So just say it, right? So I don't know. Maybe Dexerto has a source and they're the actual leaker, but I doubt it. I'd be very surprised if a classic Pick 10 system ever came back.
Obviously, honestly.
Yeah. And then advanced omni movement and wall running. So let's see. COD 2025 leaks suggest wall jumps, wall running, and perhaps even jetpacks could return. So here we have a source again, Fumo Leaks. And I've heard of this guy. He's got a lot of clout and prestige in the leaker world.
And his tweet is a year old. Nice.
And I've seen that a lot. I will say, though, I do kind of believe that one. For no good reason. So.
Which part?
The wall running.
Oh, yeah. That'll be in the game for sure. Yep.
So, yeah. Jetpacks, I don't know. So we'll see, whatever. Open world campaign. I don't know. I doubt it.
4-player co-op. Did it say that in the COD article, or did it just say?
It just said co-op, but I imagine that
4's good because I was curious about that. I was curious if it was going to be 2 or 4. So 4's better.
4 seems that. Yeah, 4 seems good, and likely. But I remember the last time we heard about open world campaign or anything resembling that, it was one of the recent games that I know the specific one of. And there were some of the missions where you could like run around a little bit on a map that's kind of big and do objectives. Like it wasn't like a super.
Haven't like the last 2 or 3 multiplayer games been like, or campaigns been like that now?
Didn't play the last campaign, not
2,
for a
maybe?
second because it didn't have early access.
Or MW 2 was like that. That's what you're thinking of.
Okay.
Like MW 2 had the mission where you'd sneak around and try to like make a knife or something or whatever.
Yeah, so if that's what they mean by open world, I mean, that's not open world at all. It's like a more open-ended certain selection of missions within the entirety of the campaign. That's what that campaign actually was. But leading up to that game coming out, they were using phrases like open world and let's settle down. Because I remember getting pretty excited about it. I was like, oh, this is going to be actually pretty cool. It wasn't. It was like different. But like it wasn't groundbreaking or anything, nor would I want or expect a campaign to be fair. So, and then round-based zombies, we all know that what that is, and then keep reading. I won't be doing that. Terrible website. You're right. So yeah, not too much there that we didn't already know.
It was MW 3 campaign, Tanner, idiot. No, it was MW 2, wasn't it? Because then all that shit came to DMZ, right? Stupid fuck.
Who are you talking to?
Jitsi. Stupid fuck Jitsi.
Oh, I don't even see that. Mike with the membership. 30 months. Hello, pigs. Hello, man. Thank you very much, and welcome fucking back. That's a friend of the pod. Appreciate it, Mikey boy. Giga fucking kind of you. Anyway. Yeah. So I don't know. Not really much in that article, to be honest. The remastered maps thing. I mean, here's the deal on remastered maps. We're getting them. I mean, there are going to be remastered maps from the Black Ops franchise. They may or may not be fan favorites. Or, excuse me, they will be fan favorites. They may or may not be the fans you are thinking of favorites. So we've gotten remastered maps of shitty maps that I thought were shitty, excuse me. But turns out probably a motherfuckload of BR casual players really wanted that map specifically instead of any of the good maps from that game. I wish I had an example to point to right now, but I very specifically remember multiple times where I was like, they're remastering a map from this game. Why the fuck did you pick this map? I don't get it, but I understand it now. So they will remaster maps. What would they be? I don't know. I would love to see a Standoff remaster. That would be goated. And I think it's been a very long time. There are other Black Ops maps I'd love to see remastered, obviously. But a lot of them we've had kind of recently. Although, actually, we're overdue for slums, aren't we? No, we're not. We got slums in Cold War, didn't we? I think.
I don't know. I don't think so. Did we have slums in Cold?
I think we did, but it was like season 8. So yeah, no one cared. But yeah,
I didn't think we did ever get slums, did we? Wasn't it like leaked forever?
I thought we did,
and it never
but we
came?
were super done with multiplayer by then. But maybe not. I don't know.
I was done with Cold War on launch. I don't think we ever got it, huh? Interesting.
Anyway, Standoff I think is the only big one that we haven't really gotten in a long time, but I could be misremembering as far as like favorite Black Ops series maps. But also, if we're getting wall running again, I would expect a lot of BO3 map remasters because that game was designed with wall running in mind. That would make a ton of sense. So we'll get no remasters from Black Ops 3. It'll be only from Black Ops 1 actually. So yeah, I don't know. And then yeah, Pick 10 Systems not happening. So yeah, not too much there, but interesting nonetheless.
So nice. Yeah.
So yeah, that's a Dexerto. When's the last time Infinity Ward did anything at all?
Wow.
By the way, like what are they doing?
Yeah.
What are they cooking?
Man, they're cooking a perfect game, obviously.
I wonder what they're cooking.
Well, they really don't have to cook anything because it's all AI generated. So like a week before the game comes out, they just like press a button and
they
AI
just tell Grok, "Hey, can you make Modern Warfare
make Call
4?
of Duty Modern Warfare the number that we're gonna name it." Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Thanks.
That's what they're doing.
Yeah. Write me a blog post too, and make me patch notes also. Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
Make sure they have 6 fingers. Okay, so that's fucking that. So moving on from that. Yep. That probably sounds terrible, sorry. We have another tweet here. Tanner, what the motherfuck am I looking at here? About game.
Apparently the game will be pre-orders in like 8 days. We'll have pre-orders in 8 days, supposedly.
Shit, that soon? On the 20th, wow.
Yes, I can't wait to pre-order. GameStop, this is from Charlie Intel, GameStop stores have started to receive Call of Duty Black Ops 7 posters, and some stores are being told that posters are included with pre-orders starting June 20th. So cool. Yeah. That's way too early to pre-order, yeah.
That's early as motherfuck. Yeah. I hate to admit it. But that's awfully early. Because, I mean, when do we... Well, this could be a sign the game's launching pretty early, too. So we usually get CODs, like, early November. But recently we've gotten some late October. I think this was late October. So we're probably looking more like late October if we're already going to be able to pre-order next week. So that's pretty interesting. By the way...
Same exact... Actually, we were able to pre-order earlier last year, June 9th.
Oh, really?
So it'll probably release... according to Google AI, so this is just obviously wrong.
Just
BO6 released on October 25th.
That sounds right.
So yeah, BO7 is right around the same
late
time
October,
frame.
late Oct. Yeah, late Oct. By the way, here's what the poster looks like. It is a bog standard poster of Black Ops 7. So here's a pro tip for you. I had the distinct misfortune of having to go to a GameStop in current year. And they work on commission. And that is the only thing they're paid. They're kind of like, this must be the case based on how much I was trying to be fucking sold little extras and goodies and insurance and shit.
Yeah.
Because, so yeah, I mean, they must get paid like a Denny's waitress, where it's like, oh, we're going to give you $1 an hour. You work for tips, actually. GameStop also does that to their employees. They make $2 an hour on top of commission for selling you screen protectors and 30-second warranties and other dumb shit you don't need. So it is very annoying. It was insane. And I had to tell this bitch, no, don't wanna. I'm not joking, 6 times probably, maybe 8. Because it was like 4 separate things she asked twice about. And I was like, no. Kept saying no, not gonna. So don't go there. If you're not very confrontational, you will be spending more money than you think. You absolutely will be spending more money than you think. Yeah. Unless this bitch was just super pushy. I don't know. Anyway, I can't believe GameStop's still a thing, by the way. But I guess this is why, so you can get your fucking slop poster with your pre-order. Just pre-order it online, dude. Like, what are we doing, man? What are we doing going to GameStop in current year? Unless we absolutely have to.
Yeah.
It's just
I can't believe somebody would go to GameStop to get Call of Duty.
Oh, that was another thing.
Yeah,
she's like, oh, do you want to pre-order the next fucking Pokemon game? And I was like, no, not from you. I'm getting it fucking online, obviously. And then she's like, oh, well, you know, having the physical copy gives it some resale value. No, it doesn't. Of what? $2? Who's gonna fight? Yeah. Well, I mean, you could buy Pokemon fucking Red for like $1 million now. So maybe she's right. Maybe I should do that. Anyway, whatever. Yeah. So that's that. And then there's another tweet here. Oh, I guess we'll go over this now. But Tanner's a stupid fuck and just put in a picture, so I'll pull it up. Let's see. So we want to go here, and we want to go to here. So sorry, this is Tanner's fault if you're like bored right now and annoyed and like, damn, man, where is Twitter's a shit website too. Nothing makes sense on the internet. Nothing works. There we go. I found it. Okay. So yeah, once again, this is all Tanner's fault and it's really bad stuff from him. So still finding it. Okay. There's one. And by the way, he was already able to pull these links when he put these in here, these images, but he just chose not to. So, because he doesn't respect or value your guys' time. So, and I'm still looking. So, yep. Really bad stuff from Tanner specifically. And I'm a hater of it. I actually can't even find this other one. Okay, I found it. All right, so here we go. So the first tweet is from Reeve. So who is Reeve? That's a great question. Let's look at his bio. Content creator and Twitch partner.
How did it take you a minute and a half to find a tweet?
Because he tweeted it
from @Reeve
months ago. Oh, not the Reeve one. It was the Ghost of Hope one that took a while. So Reeve is a content creator. He's a keyboard and mouse player that is very upset that aim assist is in the game. And he's
Metaphor. Yeah. Imagine Metaphor and just change the name.
He's not as good from what I've seen. But anyway, who is? I am. Blackout 2, he says, will arrive. So this is not like a leaker. What's interesting, though, is if this were coming from Metaphor, he's not a leaker either. But every time he does leak something, he's bang on correct. So is the fact that Reeve is a friend of his more... Does that give this more credentials? No, probably not. But here's what he says. Blackout 2 will arrive season 2 of BO7. So a lot of words and a lot of numbers. Okay. What this means is like February of next year. February 26th after BO7's launched. Season 2 of that game. Blackout 2 will arrive then and be played on Avalon on next-gen consoles and PC only. That was another thing, the blog post, by the way. Black Ops 7 officially confirmed. They're going to sell it on the Xbox 360 and the PlayStation 4, as well as the current gen games or consoles. So we're still doing that bullshit, by the way. So that's cool. It isn't. But yeah, what's noteworthy about this and what makes me suspicious, and actually I don't think I believe it anymore, there's no way they would put out Blackout 2 in BO7, but you can't play it on PS4 or Xbox One.
Well,
don't
forget
how that's the case.
This isn't a leak, like I told you. This is just him writing a copium tweet. This isn't a leak at all.
I know. Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, it's just him saying dumb shit.
Clear. Okay. The current version of Warzone will exist with a BR Casual Solos game mode and BR Casual Quads game mode, and Warzone will be officially sunsetted. So yeah, this was tweeted a couple days ago on the 8th when BO7 got confirmed. I found it interesting, but it does not stand up to scrutiny, yeah, because there's no world in which they put out BO7 for PS4 and then don't let you play Blackout 2 on it. There's no world where that's the case.
Here's the other thing. Let's think about this for 5 more seconds. Next year is Infinity Ward's main game. Why would we have Blackout for like 6 months and then it's just gone? Because then it's going to be iDub for 2 years. So we're not getting Blackout, obviously. Yeah.
Yeah.
But there are a lot of people excited about this, like responding to his tweet because they thought he was like, "Is this confirmed?" And he's like, "No, not at all." Actually,
yeah, he says here,
speculating.
This is purely speculative.
Yeah,
I think they will shy away from the Warzone branding heading forward. So okay, I mean, yeah, this is speculation, and it's obviously not true. However,
he has K-Band brain rot. Yeah.
However, yeah, that clearly. I think there is some truth in some of this. I think they are going to start getting away from Warzone. Probably not this soon. But Tanner took a look at the Steam numbers today, and we're right back to before Verdansk numbers.
Yeah, it's the same again. It really didn't make much of a difference
at all.
For Steam specifically. I mean, it's still a major drop on Steam from November and then December. And then even from January. And then we got a bump in April when Verdansk released, and then it's just right back down to February numbers. So on that specific platform,
which is probably a good representation.
Didn't really do
yeah.
Because we have the standard big jump when a new game comes out, like we do.
Yeah, and all those numbers or all those time frames you were just talking about, these were all post Game Pass, so we're comparing like to like at this point.
Yes,
so I think these are like representative samples of the total player size or player counts. Yeah, and like for that reason, and like seeing all these casual playlists that are obviously very popular, I would not be surprised at all that Warzone starts getting let go pretty soon here, honestly, because it's just not doing the numbers it used to. I don't think it doesn't seem that way from everything I can see, and it's only losing more players. Like other games keep coming out, the game keeps getting older, the franchise keeps getting more stale, and like yeah, you can add wall running. And that will be like really cool and novel. But like, even if you're not going to change the core game, it's at least time for like a rebrand. Like have any of you guys heard of Monsanto? I bet many, yeah, you guys are very uneducated listening to this, but Monsanto is a company and they make a bunch of shit that you enjoy. They make
Roundup.
And one of those things is
Monsanto?
Roundup, I believe it's Roundup, yeah. It's some pesticide, and there was some big to-do about it. It was overblown bullshit. Like, oh, Roundup is cancerous to mice. Yeah, when you feed them 1,000 times their body weight in 30 seconds, Roundup will give you cancer. Yeah. No one's ever eaten even remotely close to that much. Force feed me water and I'll die from that. So W Monsanto. But anyway, whole bad PR thing. Guess what happened to Monsanto? Fucking nothing. They changed their name and they kept making Roundup. You're still chewing on the same pesticides in the same amount that are equally carcinogenic that you always have been. But you don't know who makes it. I don't either, because Monsanto changed their name. I actually have no idea, because they got bad PR. They said, see ya, we're out. That's what Activision, I think, ought to do and will likely do soon. So get rid of Warzone, the name, and then have another BR come out that may or may not be very fucking similar to what we have and call it something else. Call it Blackout 2? I think that's a mistake. I think you'd want to name it something brand spanking new. Like Battlefield, for example.
We probably get a rebrand for next year's game, for iDubbbz's new title next year. Because at that point, that'd be like also like 4 games worth of guns, I think. So it's like, okay, it's definitely time by that point. So we probably get some sort of major rebrand again, like Warzone 2, and then it's just again horrific, and they have to spend 2 to 3 years making it better.
Yeah, iDubbbz's in charge. So
but that's what's going to happen, probably.
That seems extremely likely. Yeah. They do the 3 games worth of guns, which is just fucking insane, and then at that point they do their rebranding. That's what I think is quite likely. I don't see any of this happening this soon. I think the DMZ thing is more likely soon. But there was another thing that was kind of in line with a leak we had heard. It was the DMZ thing, I think. Yeah. So like another leak we have talked about that, again, I feel like has some merit to it. I don't remember the specific details, but it was like Warzone's gonna kind of like go away, or at least stop being supported, and they're gonna go heavy into DMZ instead. That really aligns with like everything I'm seeing. People losing interest in Warzone, people who are still interested in Warzone being very interested in the casual mode with the AI in it. What is DMZ going to be? Kind of like Warzone with PvE AI as like a core component focus of the mode. That makes so much sense. Just like intuitively. It's like, yeah, I could see this. I could see this happening. That makes a lot more sense to me than fucking Blackout 2, for sure. But that would be like meaningfully different than a BR. Obviously, Blackout is way more closely related to Warzone than DMZ, at least in the iteration we had, is. But they could do DMZ that has like way more of a Warzone component, so that would replace it. I don't really know, but just some speculation. And then this other thing is from the Ghost of Hope, also tweeted on the 8th when the BO7 release was announced. That Avalon shot is not Warzone, and he's referring to a picture of Avalon that I believe was in the blog post, and people were like, holy shit, it's fucking Avalon. Yeah. So yeah, Ghost of Hope, who is a leaker, and this is not speculation, although this is by no means confirmed, that Avalon shot picture is not Warzone. It is from the co-op campaign. Like I leaked before, it was canned for BR and was being used for campaign and Outbreak. Unless things changed and they found a way to rotate big maps for Warzone while supporting PS4 and Xbox One. Exactly. Yeah. Because obviously, they're not going to release their new game for PS4 and then not let you play one of the big new modes on it. That would be insane. Yeah. They're of course not going to do that. So there's no shot it's happening this year because they told us they're making BO7 for PS4 and Xbox One. And yeah, the hard drive space just isn't there to like rotate big maps or anything. Not that they would need to do that necessarily, but they're also not going to get rid of Verdansk this soon either. So
well, this and then also this is a teaser for Black Ops 7. Why would they put a Warzone sneak peek in there anyways, you know?
That's also obvious.
So obviously that was never the case. I'm not sure that many people actually believed this at all or like thought that was from Warzone, but yeah. And then another thing too is the Outbreak thing. We have talked about that before,
but that was leaked. And I guess Ghost of Hope is sticking with that story that we're getting Outbreak. I find that kind of insane. So we are getting Treyarch and Raven, who just worked on BO6 and Warzone, to now work on BO7's campaign, co-op campaign, multiplayer, round-based zombies, Warzone, or whatever, maybe, or maybe they don't touch that at all, but still, all of those things, inside of a year, while working on another game, or inside of 2 years while working on another game the whole time. And Outbreak, which was like the zany zombies mode from Cold War, that was reviled. That's a lot of shit, dude. That's a lot of content. That's a truckload of content. Have you guys had the time? And new maps, by the way, not recycled maps in multiplayer. And wall running? There's not, what, how? How is this possible? Take out the wall running because that's a leak. But everything that's like confirmed already sounds like a lot. If we're adding Outbreak on top, that's a fuckload. And then if we're adding fucking wall running and shit on top, that's probably a lot of extra shit as well. So, I mean, man,
well, they also said in
hope we don't get all this content that they're saying we're going to, because that's also just means everything is bad quality.
Yeah, well, it's going to be bad quality either way.
That's a good point.
They also said in the blog post, the next chapter of round-based zombies, that's all they said, in the heart of the dark aether. So, I mean, I'm not a zombies nerd, so I don't know exactly how the dark aether works, but wouldn't that not be on Avalon then? Because it's a different area anyways. So I think that would essentially confirm we're not getting Outbreak and also not getting it on Avalon, right?
I have no idea. I thought Dark Aether was like assuming. The purple mist that can be anywhere. I don't know.
But I thought it's still like different areas, but yeah, I don't know.
I mean, yeah, there's some people in here. So this dork asked, I assume we play as, oh, this isn't co-op, never mind. No Outbreak mentioned in the description. Post-launch probably, said the Ghost of Hope. Oh. They're also dropping out in wingsuits rather than parachutes. In the trailer. That's kind of cool. Doesn't really matter, but anyway.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, look at that.
That's cool. So people landing on you that you can't hear will also be harder to see. Got it. Okay. Anyway, moving on from that. We do have a couple other things here. Wow, Tanner was very excited about this one, huh?
What?
Yeah. So Splitgate is launching its own BR mode. And by launching, I don't know why I said that, because I put all these tweets in, actually.
It's been launched.
Splitgate has launched its own BR mode. We've seen gameplay of it. So here's a video. You guys can watch it and listen, I guess. Actually, no, we're not watching this whole thing. It doesn't matter. But yeah, it's Splitgate 2 BR. It looks pretty bad. I watched it for like, I'm not joking, probably 10 seconds is what I could stomach. I watched Shroud, and he looked like it was a very like colorful, lots of lights, lots of neon, very cluttery looking. And then he ADS'd, and there were sigils on his reticle. Like it looked like a summoning circle. There was all kinds of shit on the reticle. And I was like, oh, cool. He exits the tab. That's what happened. But it was that fast. And then everything I've seen doesn't make it look super promising, honestly. Like, I think someone in chat earlier said like, oh, yeah, everyone who's playing the Splitgate BR has #ad on their Twitch stream. Like they're all being paid to play it, which is why they're playing it. It's like, that sounds about right. Because like other tweets I've seen are like, yeah, basically it's like, imagine 4 multiplayer maps just put into a grid, and that's your BR map. This is your Splitgate BR experience. So imagine a map the size of Grozna Raid, but you played Resurgence on it, basically. But it was Splitgate.
Yeah.
So
you also know,
and I won't. But That's what's happening.
I mean, the multiplayer looks more fun in my opinion than the VR mode. But you also know something is bad when Iceman Isaac puts out like 4 tweets hyping something up about how good it is. That's how you know that's how you know it's guaranteed to fail quickly. Because of those.
Because he was the biggest Warzone mobile lover, right?
Oh, he does it for everything.
I don't know if that's true at all. I just wanted to
about shit games.
Wanted to defame him.
Yeah. So, anyways, Splitgate BR's out. I really haven't heard much about it in the last couple days.
Well, yeah.
People already stopped talking about it, or what?
I don't know. I haven't either. And to be clear, doesn't look like it's going to unseat any other BRs ever, which is fine. But like, hey, I was saying this in the pre-show. Unlike XDefiant, at least they tried, right? Because Splitgate 1 failed utterly because it was just a Respawn multiplayer game with one cool, innovative, interesting mechanic/gimmick, which was the portal shit. That's dope, actually. I think that's a really cool idea. And if you put out Splitgate 1 in 2005, it would have been a massive hit. Like, hugely. Really cool idea. I don't know if that would have been technologically possible back then, but whatever. But like releasing that, whatever it was 3 years ago, see ya. Look, I don't care if there are portals or any other mechanic you can think of. It's just Respawn multiplayer. That genre is fucking dead. That is why XDefiant failed recently. Quickly, also. It failed recently. And it was quick. It was a quick death. It was a fast, quick death. That game was, we say this a lot. This is the only time I've ever meant it literally. XDefiant was dead on arrival. That game was DOA, actually, because it didn't have the vision that it needed to. It's a Respawn multiplayer game. It's already dead, and I hope that helps. Unless you are an established franchise, and you guys know the names of all 3 of them that exist. Battlefield, Halo, COD. See ya. Anything else, it's dead on arrival, obviously, if it's just Respawn multiplayer. Mm-hmm. So Splitgate 1 came out, like XDefiant, dead on arrival, obviously. But then, Splitgate 2 comes out, Respawn multiplayer, okay. BR, cool. At least you tried. You get a participation trophy. Because the BR looks like it fucking sucks, honestly. But, so it's also now dead on arrival. But, again, at least they tried. At least they went out swinging. You gotta respect it. And maybe they make the BR better. You know what I mean?
It's quite impressive to release back-to-back games and have both of them fail. So, that's shout out to them. Shout out to them.
Yeah. And you might wonder, how is that possible? How did they have the funding to make Splitgate 2... after what seemed to be the catastrophic flop that was Splitgate 1. I explicitly wondered this when we were talking about BR coming. And you were like, I wonder. And then you told me like in DMs in the Fire group chat the next day, you were like, oh, by the way, the Splitgate CEO's dad is like the CTO of Intel or something.
He was the co-founder of Intuit, is that how you say it? Which makes TurboTax and QuickBooks. Not just like the CEO, he was one of the founders. So yes, that's why. And he is the primary what's the word for it? He basically gave them all the money to develop Splitgate 2.
Oh, investor. Yeah.
Yeah, he's the primary investor in the company. So that explains why they were able to once again make the exact same game after the other one already failed. Yeah.
That explains it, yes. That explains it, yeah. Because we were genuinely wondering, I can't believe they made a second one. Yeah. So
yeah, because they had said that when the first one was done. They're like, we'll be back. I'm like, why? What are you going to do?
Yeah. Yeah, the problem with Splitgate 1, again,
people need to stop making games. That's my hot take of the day. Just stop. There are too many of them already. Stop making video games, man.
There do be lots of games, yeah.
Way too many.
Yeah, a lot of people that still play video games, they're millennials when they say this. They are millennials and they say this. And also when they say this, I don't know why I said it that way. They're like, oh, dude, the real the real games now are all indie games. Don't go that far, okay?
That's just not true.
Those people have gone over the deep end, overboard, into the deep end. You get it. That is way too far. Don't say only play indie games. Indie games, by and large, fucking blow dicks a lot. They're really bad, actually, most of the time. I'm talking 99+% of the time. Indie games fucking suck. A lot.
There are some really bad indie. Yeah, you can find
really
all of those
atrocious
on Steam, by the way. Steam has every indie game ever made, and there's like a whole category for them. Try playing some of them. There's not a playable one out there. It doesn't exist.
They're so rare. And like there are good indie games. I don't play them, but there are good ones. But like
Are there?
Supposedly Among Us, for example, was an indie game. Like two guys made it. And even like, is that a
I'll give you that. Yeah.
Is that like a good game?
Oh,
sure, actually,
that Schedule 1 game everyone's playing right now, or they were. That was an indie game.
Okay, yeah.
That's
So there are some good indie games, but let's be clear, they mostly fucking suck. And the people who say that bother me. They're millennials, they love IPAs, and they're vegan. Every time. Every time. So, hope that helps. Which, it's fine to be all of those things, by the way. It's not really, but anyway, it's just that type of person that always says this shit. Relax. Play the good indie games, play the good AAA games, but they are dwindling, to Tanner's point, yes. So anyway.
I've got some good news for you, bud. I was
at least
just looking on Steam at indie games, and Hell Let Loose is 50% off right now, bud.
Ooh. Is that $25? An indie game?
I don't know, because I went to the indie category and then a pop-up came up for Hell Let Loose is 50% off, so I don't know.
What is that number?
I guess I don't know what the term indie means. But that number is $24.99.
Okay. It's way too expensive. It's $24 too much. Indie is short for independent, but it's not exactly what it means. It's not what people mean when they say it. But anyway, because technically Splitgate's an indie game. I don't think they have a publisher, unless the publisher is into it. I don't know. Whatever. At least Splitgate tried, but it seems like it's a disaster. Yeah. So anyway, and about Splitgate, the reason I'm bringing this up, I probably would have brought it up anyway, but mostly is because there was some controversy Insta. There was controversy Insta. I don't have all the tweets because there was a lot of controversy. One of the ones I forgot that I don't care to find. The CEO guy, he looks like he's maybe my age or younger, by the way. This guy. The Intuit Junior. He looks like he's like 28.
Intuit Junior. Yeah, he's a young little boy.
He's a young guy, and he is in control of the gold checkmark Twitter account, which is, by the way, like $1,000 a month or some crazy shit. So anyway, he's in charge of the Splitgate official Twitter account on his phone, looks like. And he put out a video and he's like talking about the game, whatever. And he's wearing a black hat. I think it was black, that said like, make FPS games great again or something. And a lot of people were deeply upset by this.
Make FPS great again. Yep.
Okay. Yeah. A lot of people were deeply upset by this because it vaguely resembles it a lot. Make America great again.
Yeah, don't say vaguely. Yeah.
It resembles it a lot. But in the tweet, he like explicitly, he attaches the gay video I didn't and won't watch. And then it also says like, oh, by the way, it's not political, guys. Guys, it's not political. Trust me. It's just a hat. And this is not political. So a couple, and then a lot of people were mad because it looks like a MAGA hat, kind of. It's not red, but it looks, I mean, obviously you get it.
It's red. I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, is it red?
It's literally a MAGA hat. Yes, it's a MAGA hat. It just says make FPS great again.
Okay, yeah. So okay. Well, I remember it being black, so but again, I know nothing.
I don't think so. Yeah. Maybe it was, or maybe it has two of them. I thought it was red. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Doesn't matter.
Whatever. I think it's black, so you just lied to me. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was black. That's what I remember. And
it's a black hat. Yeah, which is
I have a memory like a steel trap. So
you were trying to say it was red. So
okay, got it. Anyway, so like There was a lot of controversy about this for no fucking reason. Who cares? Who cares that he did that? And it's not a political statement, as well, especially because it wasn't even red. It was a black hat. However, Intuit Jr. is a fucking retard for doing that. Why? Why do this? Unless it's a 200 IQ play to get more, like, attention or clicks or views. So you're hoping to get written up in some, whatever, article. What's the, whatever. So you get more, like, advertisement. If that's what you were doing, it was smart. If you didn't want controversy, don't wear the fucking hat, obviously. It's, of course, people are going to draw that parallel. You did that on purpose. So especially don't say, by the way, guys, not political, like that's some magic wand and everyone's going to be like, oh, okay, it's not political. It's fine. It's totally fine. It's so dumb to do that for no reason. There's no benefit to wearing the hat, by the way. There's none. It doesn't add anything. Just put out the video with a different hat on. Put a Dodgers hat on or something. Super dumb, but funny. And it was just the start, it turns out. Fuck, was it just the start? He takes a sip.
Yeah.
So, anyway. The other thing, oh yeah, this is a great tweet from Charlie Intel. Okay, so Charlie Intel, Splitgate 2 developer went on stage during the Summer Game Fest earlier, claiming he was tired of the same Call of Duty every year and criticized other FPS games and developers. By the way, regardless of the slop you ended up putting out, fucking based. Okay? That is fucking ballsy. You have to respect getting on stage at a game festival and taking shots at other games and devs on stage. That is fucking ballsy. That's based. Yeah. I don't know exactly what he said. I don't care enough. But I'll believe Charlie Intel's summary. They always
should have got there
things correctly.
Just said kill all game devs.
That's, well, or started hurling Molotov cocktails into the audience, yeah, because many of them would have been devs. That would have been ideal. Or just a hail of gunfire. But anyway, that's a joke. Splitgate 2 now has $80 in-game bundles, is the end of this tweet. So this is part like 2 and 3 of this controversy. Because the whole dev team, the fucking Intuit Jr., all of them were like, oh, COD sucks balls, by the way. We need to stop making the same. I'm tired of the same COD every year. And like, again, this is the trap that XDefiant fell into. Stop trying to compete with COD. Don't talk about COD. Don't make a game that resembles COD. Don't try and improve on COD. You're not COD. That genre's dead. Do a new thing. Idiot. Stupid fuck idiot. So just already off the bat, we are just on the wrong track here. There was
a lot more that ended up happening with this too that I did not really keep up with, but I'm pretty sure they then lowered the price of the bundle. Then the CEO guy also like apologized, and then he also claimed he didn't know the price of the bundles and had nothing to do with that and wasn't aware they were selling a bundle. There was a bunch of shit that happened.
Yeah. So yeah, and then that's the other part of this tweet. Yeah, so like the Splitgate 2, Charlie Intel saying Splitgate 2 people are hypocrites because they said they're tired of the same COD every year, but Splitgate has $80 in-game bundles on like day one. So I don't get it. Like, you can criticize Splitgate 2 for being a pile of shit, which it may or may not be. I don't know. That's what it looked like to me, the BR mode anyway. But you can't criticize them for selling bundles that are cosmetic when your game is free to play. Hey, you have to monetize the game, right? Like, I never understand when people are mad about cosmetic microtransactions. How the fuck else are they going to make money if it's a free to play game? Like, they have to sell microtransactions. and we've said this about Warzone too, all of the 5 years we've done this podcast. Some of the microtransactions, maybe a little predatory putting them in the fucking gunsmith, right? Maybe a little expensive, maybe a little scummy that you have COD points, but then some things you can't even buy with the COD points. Maybe the COD points themselves are kind of scummy, but every game does it, including Splitgate. But I expect microtransactions so long as they are not a competitive advantage. Does Call of Duty do this perfectly? No, of course not. They've sold pay-to-win shit a lot on the store.
Yeah.
The fucking Terminator skin, the Rose skin 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10 I can think of, but I won't list. Blueprints with better iron sights on them. There was a blueprint with like a better red dot on it during recently-ish, or like a better kind of optic. I forget exactly. It was a better thermal when like thermals were meta on Moz. That's what I remember. So like they've done a lot of pay to win shit. That's where you get angry. But the Splitgate 2 bundles were just cosmetic. And they were $80. Okay. Is that an insane amount of money? Yes. Just don't buy it. Just cosmetic. It's crazy to me that people got mad about this. I don't get it at all.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, people got real upset by it. Yep.
And obviously,
and that was kind of the argument too, is like Splitgate's totally free. Sure, Warzone's free, but Black Ops 7 or Black Ops 6 is
leveling the guns, you basically have to buy it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, and obviously, when the Splitgate 2 dev is like, I'm tired of the same COD every year, he means the gameplay loop, not the transaction model. Like this isn't actually hypocritical at all, just because they both sell microtransactions. So again, $80, very expensive, but whatever. And then the dev apologized about this. He's like, oh, I didn't know. Intuit Jr. was like, oh, I didn't know we had $80 bundles. But our microtransaction guy used to work at Call of Duty. And he has an aggressive monetization mindset or something.
Yeah.
So even more shade at Call of Duty, based and funny, but don't blame him. It's your game. Hey, pay attention to the launch of your game on day one. How do you not know about this? If you are the guy, it's your game. How the fuck do you not know how much the bundles cost? Like if you don't know 3 years from now, okay. Totally get that. But day one, you didn't know what any bundles cost?
Yeah.
That's how you know he's got lots of money backing him. Because otherwise, you're paying attention to this shit. Because you got to make money. So that's funny. But whatever. That's a big nothing burger. And then another thing, too. Splitgate. So some guy, Daruma_IW. made a tweet.
That's a dev.
You can guess what entity this person is attached to. It's Infinity Ward. He's like an artist for iDub, I think. I looked at his profile. And I think it said like render artist or something for iDub. So, those people did a good job. Unless he's the reason I couldn't see anything ever in most Infinity Ward titles, because he's in charge in some respect of the visuals. So maybe I fucking hate him, or maybe he did a great job. I don't know which. I don't know anything. Anyway, he tweeted, as an iDub employee, make FPS great again, and it's Splitgate. Which is a great
really fucking funny
and funny tweet. That's a good tweet. It's
really funny. Yeah,
that's a good tweet.
Because he's right. Yeah, make FPS great again, and then you make a game that hasn't been popular, or a genre of game that hasn't been popular for 20 years.
Right.
Okay.
Yes. So really, yeah, exactly. So pretty funny stuff. Now, to be clear, I hate this person for having the audacity to work at iDub and talk about any other game. You shouldn't have a Twitter account, and you certainly shouldn't be throwing shots at any other video game, even if they're worse. Even if Splitgate is worse than any COD ever, which may be true. your game still sucks. Don't be proud of working in Infinity Ward. You can work there. You can do a great job there. You can not be in charge of any of the decisions IDub makes, but you're not allowed to be proud of it. You're not allowed to. You should only have a Twitter account so that you can type out apologies to everyone who hurls epithets at you, as you probably deserve. Not if you're an artist, but maybe if you're an artist, if you're the reason I can't see things again. So I hate this person just for being associated with IDub publicly. This should be a scarlet letter. You should bury this like you're a gay man in fucking Afghanistan. That's how deep, dark of a secret it should be that you work at Infinity Ward. That's how deep and dark of a secret this ought to be, but this guy's proud of it, and that alone bothers me. So anyway, great tweet though. Really funny tweet. Splitgate 2 quote tweeted this. Which Call of Duty does your team make again? I can't tell them apart. Hey! Also pretty based. Also pretty based and funny. Less so than the original.
Quite a bit less, yeah.
Quite a bit less, but...
Deleted tweet now too, by the way.
But still a pretty funny one. And he pussied out and deleted the tweet. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that ruins it.
He's done the whole thing. He deleted the tweet. He lowered the price of bundles. He apologized for it. Yeah, he did.
Yeah, that's an apology.
Really pussied out. Yeah.
Yeah, he's a little pussy boy. Yeah. Yep. So all of that drama just amused me a lot. So I just thought I'd point it out. But the main thing is I hate Infinity Ward. So just it really bothers me that someone can have a public profile, work at Infinity Ward, and admit it. Bothers me. Bugs me. Hide that. Be ashamed. Be ashamed of it. So anyway, he does a podcast for Call of Duty. So yeah, I mean, actually. I need to edit my bio too. Regardless, yeah, pretty funny stuff. But Splitgate 2 by all accounts looks like utter dog shit. So and then this last thing, Tanner really wanted to show this off. I think it's pretty funny. Yeah. Whoa, what did I just click? Oh, it was nothing. Okay. Yeah, so what are we looking at here, buddy?
So some new Rainbow Six game came out, like Rainbow Siege X or something. I don't know what exactly it is,
just
but it's like a free-to-play version of Siege.
Oh.
So I don't know if the whole game is free-to-play now or what. But anyways, so Swag tried it out. And so Swag is a Warzone player, and Warzone has a lot of aim assist, more than any other game, right? It's got a lot of aim assist.
World Series of Warzone competitor, by the way.
Siege either doesn't have any aim assist or it's very, very, very minor. So yeah, so they tweeted out this clip, and we'll watch in a second here. But says Call of Duty aim assist has entirely handicapped its player base with rotational aim assist. You can compete at a professional level with zero fundamental ability to aim on a thumbstick, which is true, and we're about to see this here. You ready to hit play, man?
Yeah, so I'm gonna hit play in 3, 2, 1, go. This is Swag playing Rainbow Six Siege. Very good. Oh my god.
What the fuck?
Very good Warzone player.
Come on, I have one down. Go, 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 go. I mean, I see it, but damn.
Oh, he's camping in here?
Ah!
Dude.
Wow.
Where's the reinforcement? No. Where's the reinforcement?
I love Swag, dude.
No aim assist. Dude.
That is no aim assist.
That is some crazy
That
aim.
is no aim assist.
I'm genuinely, I would not be that bad if I logged on to Siege right now and tried to play it with a controller. That's just how used to like COD aim assist people have become. It's kind of crazy. It's crazy, and I partially think this is a joke because of how bad that first part was where he was aiming. But then even when he was obviously trying to kill the next two guys, he was trying to aim and still doing a really, really bad job, but still got him. But it was just so horrific that I thought he was fucking around, but nobody really knows. Swag trolls a lot, but yeah, kind of crazy stuff because aim assist is extremely overpowered in Call of Duty, obviously. Hope that helps.
Yeah, that's clear. And to be fair, the original tweeter of this video was Nuke Squad themselves. Like this Swag, like himself tweeted this out. It wasn't like some hate watcher found a clip. So
no,
one of the many reasons I'm a Swag enjoyer is you know, he can You can be a little self-deprecating at times. And that's fucking funny. Yeah. So if you're like just listening, it was really bad stuff. It was really bad stuff. Which is funny. But also, in his defense, this was likely like his first game on. So once he dials in his settings, he's better than this. But it is kind of crazy. It's kind of funny to see what no aim assist does to a motherfucker, as I always say. So, an MF.
That's, you do say that a lot, yeah.
Yeah, I'm a lover of that phrase.
Stay humble.
So, yeah. And yeah, that's pretty much fucking it. So, we'll be back Saturday. And we'll have things to discuss. Before we go, Sierra 4! Our newest gold patron. Thank you very much. Welcome. Patreon.com/thedropshot. We do bonus eps every month. We've done a couple this month, and we're going to do a couple more. You can get Mixie on that. Best way to support the show. And thank you again, Sierra, for joining up. Ad-free episodes and early access episodes, as well as the bonus eps. And once again, it is the best way to support this pile of shit that we should also be ashamed of, like that guy that works at iDub, basically. The Dropshot of Blackout podcast. A Blackout 2 podcast. The Dropshot of DMZ podcast. The Dropshot Activision devs do not play their own game podcast.
Fuck no. Motherfuck no.